run away.
Hey, what's going on, everybody? It's your boy Manny here once again. Welcome back to DFS Zone, your source for daily fantasy sport lineup advice for the NFL, NBA, WNBA, and MLB. And before I continue on with the video, like always, guys, I truly appreciate a like on the video. And if you have not subscribed as of yet, never seen any one of my videos, this is your first time here, please do subscribe down below. And don't forget to turn on the notifications. This way you do not miss any of my new uploads. With that being said, today is Tuesday, May 22nd, 2018, and I'm going over right now the WNBA slate for tonight. There's a two-game slate. We have the Spark visiting the Fever, and then we have the Vegas Aces over visiting the Washington Mystics. The lines that I have right now, I have for LA, I have them favored by 8, even though they're going into Indiana. They're favored by 8. I think they have a total. Right now, the last line I saw late last night was 151 total, and then we have a 157 total and a 17-point favorite for Washington at home against the Aces, who were the San Antonio team last year. They relocated to Vegas, and San Antonio was the worst team in the league last year, so they're going to have some struggles, but they do have a couple of interesting new pieces to their team with some rookies. Which I will discuss. All right, so let's dive right into the first game. LA at Indiana. Definitely like LA here over Indiana. If you were playing the straight up, I think they'll cover those 8 points. But let's go over the players. We're not discussing that. We're discussing fantasy here. I do have the cruncher with me as well. And before I go any further, let's just do. We're gonna go over the guards. I'm gonna give you what I think, and we'll take it from there. At the very top, we have the best guard here of the night, and it happens to be for the Spark, Chelsea Gray. Love Chelsea Gray. She put up, 48 in her first game, as you can see here. And you know what makes her so good is that she's capable of doing a couple of different things. She's not only is she a good scorer, she's a good passer. She definitely has her assists rating is very, very well, and then she also shoots the 3 very well too, so it makes her a little dangerous. She has a couple key things that really makes her a good player. I really like her here at 6,300. You need 32 from her. Obviously she got 48, so you know that she has upside, at least to start the year. I know it's very early. I know that fantasy point total is going to come down a little bit, but she has the upside. She is capable of putting 40 up there pretty much every single night, and especially when she's facing a team that they are a little bit weaker than they are. I don't think anybody there in Indiana is going to be able to defend her as well, unless Wheeler is able to do that, or the young girl, the rookie, Kelsey Mitchell. But I like her here in play. She's definitely in play here tonight. Again, like always, I'm only going to share with you what I think is the best plays, and I'll let you, the audience, my followers, my subscribers, make those decisions on who you like. I'm going to show you pretty much the 18 players that I am actually trying to build my lineups around, which is always great to have a 2-game slate, because you could definitely narrow it down very quickly. But Chelsea Gray as one of the guards tonight is definitely in play. Miss Sims is also in play. I like her as well. She's a good, she's good with steals. She's a good defender, and she definitely, passes the ball well. She's an assist type of person. She scores. She's not a heavy scorer, but she did put up 28 in her first game. Her price is at 6-1, so you need pretty much like 30, 31. She got close to that in her first game. She got up to 28. She has the potential to give you 30 or better. But if I had a choice, I would definitely go with Gray. And if you definitely want to pay down and just save $200, then you could definitely do Sims. Next in line here, Erica Wheeler. Definitely another one who's in play. Wheeler is probably the best person they have in Indiana, and look, her price is like nearly 1,500 less than Gray. So if you definitely wanted to get some value, she's definitely is a nice little value play there. Erica, she's a good passer, man. There's no doubt about it. She definitely moves the ball well. She definitely moves up and down the court very well. She's not a a mind-blowing scorer, but she could definitely get you. If you look at the first 2 games, actually she already played 2 games. 23 and 26, it's pretty respectable. You know that you're going to get. At 4'8", you need about 24, and that's pretty much where her range is at. So she could be like the Al Horford, you know, that you're looking for here. If you're looking for a cash play, she definitely is a good cash play. You know me, I like to shoot for the GPPs, but like I said before, I do play some cash games. I'll probably have her in a cash game tonight. She's pretty consistent at this range, and she already is showing that to start the year. So at 48, you need 24. You know, I think she can get you there. So definitely someone to consider. 4,800. Elena Beard. I mean, excuse me, I skipped somebody. Tiffany Mitchell. As a matter of fact, I'm just gonna go over. I'm not on Tiffany Mitchell today. To be honest with you, she's not a bad ball player. I just feel that if you're going to go with anybody in Indiana, at least in this particular game matchup, you definitely want to pay up for Chelsea Gray, or you either get Sims. And if you're going to choose anybody from Indiana, it will have to be Wheeler. That's just the bottom line. Down here, definitely like Indiana's rookie, Kelsey Mitchell. All right. She played first game. In the first 2 games, she put a 24 and a 7. The first game, they only used her sporadically. She only played 13 minutes, but look what happened in the next game. 25 minutes, they already see that she has a lot of potential, and she definitely does. All right, she was a #1. She was a first-round draft pick. 16 points, 1 rebound, 2 assists, 2 steals. So, you know, she's showing that already. At 3,800, you need about 17 or 18 from her. And as you can see, she put up a 23 spot in the last outing. So she is more than capable of getting it done. I really like her here at 3,800. I'll be willing to have her in my lineup. Going down any lower here, I don't see anybody else other than Victoria Vivians. If she gets a little bit of time, she's another rook. And let's see how much time she got. She got 5 in the first game out, and then the second game of the season, they gave her 14 minutes. She is also a #1 draft pick, too. She was selected in the first round. So someone to consider there if you wanted to go really, really value at 3,000. Victoria Vivians would not be a bad play. But again, I am all on Kelsey Mitchell as opposed to her. She's $800 more expensive, but she's going to get the time. She's going to be a definite star for this team, for the Fever. All right, so someone definitely consider there. We move on to their forwards here. I definitely like Nakia Ogunwumike. I think so. Ogunwumike is her name. I know she's Nigerian. I apologize if I do not pronounce her name correctly. It's very, very tough for me. But she is a baller. I mean, there's just no doubt about it. She can play basketball. You know, she's averaging already 39. Okay, 39. It's a big asking price here, 8,000. That means that she's pretty much at value right now. She put up a 39 spot in the first game that she played this year, 37 minutes, 19 points, 9 rebounds, 1 assist, 1 block, 2 steals. She is a 5-tool player, okay, in basketball. I mean, that's how good she is. I mean, she steals the ball, she defends, she steals, she passes the ball, she can rebound. She was in the top 15 in rebounding last year for the season, and she can score, you know. So just, you know, she's dangerous in a couple different areas, and that's what makes her so scary. And then having her as well as having Chelsea Gray and Sims makes this team so dangerous to spark. So, I mean, I definitely love her today. I mean, at 8,000, she's good for 40. She's capable of getting more than 40. And I think in this particular matchup against Indiana, I think this matchup favors her. And it's early on. You know, we'll see how things go. We'll wait after about 10 or 15 games to see where everybody's at. It's a very short season. But, yeah, I really like her here. Definitely someone you should consider. All right. When we go on in the same group, the first time you know, when you think, you know, I went to guard. Did I speak about Wheeler? I apologize if I didn't. Yes, I did speak about Erica Wheeler. I definitely like her there at 4,800. Let's go to forward. Sorry. Candice Dupree, definitely in play. She is averaging, she put up a 20. What did she got here? 25. She put 23 and 28. So she's good for anywhere between 23 and 28 right now. She's getting 31 minutes, which is massive minutes. 13 and 10. Fantastic. She had a double-double. And then 14 and 8, almost had another double-double. So, I mean, 2 assists. You know, she's up there. She's up in scoring. You know, she's one of the top people in scoring in the league last year, maybe in the top 20. I'm sure she was. You know, what can I say? She's just a good player. At 7'1", you need 35 from her. That is really asking quite a bit early on in the year. Is she capable of doing it? Yes, I believe she can. In this particular slate, I'd rather go with Chelsea Gray. Okay. I mean, excuse me, Chelsea Gray. I'd rather go with Agua Mickey. I definitely prefer her and pay the $900 more. That's just my feeling on this, But you could actually stack this game up here, and you can go these two girls as the two of the three forwards, two of the four forwards that you have. All right, so that's just an option. Going down a little lower, I'm not on Kayla Alexandra. I definitely like Natalie Archon, 25. Let's see here. She put up wow, she put up 35 massive points, man. That's a very low price for someone who put up these kind of numbers in 24 minutes. I mean, that is more than a point and a quarter per minute as far as fantasy points, and that's what you're looking for. She had 3.3. You need about 16 from her. That's pretty darn cheap. So you need 16 from her if she can at least hit close to her 25. And even if she gets value at 16, I think she's going to crush that. I think she's going to crush that, and she's going to need to. Indiana needs somebody to put up some points. Maybe this is the young lady that can get it done. I see her fitting in my lineups. Definitely someone you should consider, Natalie Archon. Let's move on. We have here. I'm not on Stephanie Mavonga is a rookie. I don't see her playing a whole lot right now, and I'm not anybody else there. And that's pretty much it in this game here. So so a recap of this particular slate. Love Chelsea Gray. Definitely Sims is an option. Wheeler is an option. I definitely love Kelsey Mitchell. Okay, and then I forward definitely Mickey, Candice Dupree, and Ochinowa is definitely in play. That's basically it. When Candace Parker comes back, obviously she's the top dog there. All right, let's go over to the Vegas and Washington. Let's go to the guards. Christie Tolliver pops up first, 5,900. Definitely Christie is in play at 5'9". At 5.9, you need about 29, almost 30. Yeah, 29. You need 29 from Christie. And let's see what she has here. Christie put up 28 minutes, 16 points, 2 rebounds, 2 assists, and yeah, 18.4. She did have 3 big turnovers. We definitely don't want to see a lot of those when it comes to the WNBA. Because it definitely hurts. Some of these girls are not that, they're not going to put up 50 plus every single night. So, but Christie is a solid player. She's a solid player. I like her here in this matchup against the Aces. The Aces, obviously, like I said, they were really a bad team last year as the San Antonio team. Maybe the relocation will help them, but obviously they're hurting right now. They got 2 girls suspended right now. I mean, Kayla McBride is one of her top players, and Kelsey Plum is another one. And it's just they're in a suspension right now. It's going to take a little while, but they're definitely going to miss McBride. But this is where Tolliver steps in and gets the time right now, as well as Monique Curry. Definitely like Monique Curry as well. She's a good 3-point shooter. All right, so that's the upside with her. 23. Let's see here, 4.6. You need about 23, and she put, I think, 16. Yeah, she put a 16-1 in her first game. So 23 minutes, 16 points, very close, almost close to a point a minute. We would love to get her a little bit higher. Maybe tonight is the night. I think I could see her in some of my lineups. It's definitely someone you should consider. Monique Curry. We go further down. Ruffin Pratt. Not a bad play either, 4,100. She put up 19 so far in the first game. 27 minutes. She played solid minutes, 11 points, 5 rebounds, 2 assists. Not bad at all. Not bad at all. 4,100. I would prefer to go with the younger girl, Atkins, than Ruffin Pratt. And that's just simply because this girl's a #1 draft pick. She was a first-round pick. And she didn't play a whole lot of minutes, I think, in the first game, only 12. So they're going to open her up a little bit today, I think. 5 points, 1 assist, 1 steal. I know in college she was definitely a good scorer, and she definitely was a decent defender. I saw a couple of her games. I didn't see a whole lot, but from what I saw and I remember, yeah, she could definitely defend a little bit. So Ariel Atkins is definitely in play for me today as well as a value play of 4,100. We go down a little further here. I don't see anybody else I like or that I see them playing. Tamara Young, I guess she didn't play yet. Yeah, she did play 28 minutes. Yeah, man, 23 points, 4 rebounds, 1 assist, 1 block. I mean, she put up a 28.3 spot, and they have her at 3,000. I mean, that might be a steal here, guys. Jeez, that's definitely a steal. Tamara Young, and they need it, you know. They need these guards to step up because, like I said before, they don't have McBride and they don't have Plum. So that's where Pratt, Atkins, and, of course, Mrs. Young has opportunities, you know. So definitely those girls are in play at that low price. Walker Kimbrough, she played 12 minutes the other day, but she put up decent numbers. I mean, and this is why when you start seeing this, guys, okay, WNBA, NBA doesn't matter. When you see someone, and I always say this, I've said it before in some videos, you know, a couple of videos back. I look for those players that can give you a lot of upside, meaning that they are very scrappy. This girl is showing here just from what we saw here, and then again, this is a small sample. She just came out and played 1 game, but 2 steals, 1 block, 1 assist, 1 rebound. And a matter of fact, let's do a little bit more research on her. Let's go over here. There's 48 players, and what is she? A forward? She's a guard. Okay, there she goes right here. All right, 28 spot. Let's just see where she was at last year. All right, she has upside to put 20 plus. As you can see last year, but a lot of choppy minutes, 15, 16, 8, 2. Okay, I think she was more, there was a time here that she was a little steady. Maybe she's just progressing to becoming a star now. You know, it's early on. Let's just keep eye on her as the next few games go along. I won't be on her tonight, but I definitely like the start she had with a 28 spot in her first game, 7 of 14. Look at that usage rate, 35%. I mean, she was really a big part of the offense the other day in a losing effort. And now I know why. They lost 101 to 65. So I should have looked at that, okay? It was a blowout game. They gave her some time on the court. So we don't know if she's going to get that much time again today. But if she does, definitely someone to, you know, consider if you want to save some dollars. All right, we go to forward in this game. What we have here, I mean, Del Don is definitely the top player here. Definitely love her. She is a 5'2" player as well. I mean, you know, she can shoot the 3, she rebounds, she scores, she defends fairly well. You know, she's a shot blocker. I mean, it's like she's like in 4 or 5 categories almost the whole time, all year long. She is definitely worth the 8,100. She has to give you 40 plus, and you know, she put up a 31 spot in her first game. It'll be a little bit better. You know, she's gonna have to. I mean, today's gonna be a little bit better. I mean, because you know, I just can't see how they're gonna stop her. That's the problem that Vegas has. You know, they don't. They do have the young girl now, Aja Wilson. I think Aja Wilson is going to be a superstar in this league. She was, I believe, she was the top pick, #1 pick overall. Yeah, she was definitely. I just remember now. She definitely is. But again, we move down. Krystal Thomas. Man, you know, I don't know about Krystal Thomas, man. I'm not. I definitely love that. If I'm going to play anybody here, I'd rather pay up and take that 8,100 and lock her in. I know definitely she's in my lineup. I'm making about 4 or 5 lineups. As a matter of fact, you can see here, there's 3 entries. I got 3 lineups going on here, and Del Don will be in every one of these lineups. And then I just work my way around it. I mean, I just can't pass her up here. The only problem here is that, you know, they are 17-point favorites, so this could be a blowout, and then Del Don is not going to get a lot of time on the floor. But I'm hoping she gets 25 to 30 minutes, and she just blows it through the roof for me. Yeah, she got 30 minutes in game 1. So, yeah, I love her. I think she's a great play here. Krystal Thomas could be a fair, decent play. I don't think she did that well in her first game. 23 minutes, 4 and 4 and 1 block. You know, again, I'd rather pay for Del Don. That's just my opinion, guys. I don't have too many favorites in this particular game. Then right straight down, I'm not on Kelsey Bone. I really like Miss Wilson here. You know, 4,800. I think she's going to be a star. 31 minutes the other day, 14 points. She had a double-double, 10 rebounds, 2 blocks, 2 steals. I mean, I don't like the fact that she turned over the ball twice, but that's okay. First game in the WNBA. But 36 fantasy points, this is the kind of players you want to lock in as many as you can every single night. The ones with a lot of upside, the ones that are scrappy, the ones that do more than one thing. The ones that not only score, but definitely are willing to defend, block shots, steal the ball, rebound, you know, get offensive rebounds, everything. Let's see these numbers a little more up close for her. Miss Wilson, okay? Again, 4,800 in game one. The asking price again is 4,800. And like I said, for 4,800, you need 24. She got 36. She got 31 minutes, almost a 29% usage rate. 3 of 13. She didn't even shoot the ball that well. I mean, she took 13 shots in her first rookie game, first pro game, and missed 10 of them. You know, so I mean, that percentage is like 25%. And then you go over here. She got to the foul line. I mean, you know, she's slashy. She's competitive. 8 of 10 from the stripe, and then she had rebounds. 10 rebounds, 3 of them offensive, and that's just what you want to see from a rebounder. You want to see them not only get those defensive rebounds, but definitely get those offensive second chance opportunities for your offense. Total 10 rebounds, 2 turnovers, like I said, I didn't like, but then everything else, all the dirty stuff, 2 steals, 2 blocks, scrappy. That's the kind of players I like on my fantasy lineups. So definitely Miss Wilson is in play, guys. Definitely someone to consider if you can get her in. She is definitely priced just right for another big 30-plus game. All right. We move on. Is that it? Krystal Thomas, I already spoke about, 6'7". At 6,700, I mean, you need 36, 37 from her. That's quite a bit, and she didn't show that in game one, so I'm a little iffy there. Like I said, Del Don is definitely the better play. And, man, I think that's pretty much it that I like in this slate. Tiana Hawkins, not on her today. I just don't know. So my favorite plays here in the Vegas-Washington game, definitely Christie Tolliver. Okay, you definitely could consider Monique Curry, definitely Ariel Atkins, okay? And if you wanted to go with Tamara Young, you can give it a shot if you wanted to squeeze her in there, and that's basically it. At forward, Del Don, definitely, hands down, should be one of your top choices, and I definitely like Miss Wilson. And that's my favorites right there. Nia Coffey could be, you know, someone to consider as well. You know, she's only 3,000. That's not bad. 24 minutes, 11 and 6 the other day. Yeah, she's in play. I don't like the turnovers again, 3, but it's only game 1. It's very early on. It's a very small sample size on some of these girls, but they are gonna. Some of them got great potential, man. You know, that's gonna be a very interesting and exciting WNBA season. I look forward to it. So I say, so Coffey's definitely in play too, guys. And then in the LA game, there's no doubt. Agwumiki is definitely is definitely in play. Dupree is in play. I definitely like Natalie Archon here, and basically that is it for the forwards. And then the guards, definitely love Chelsea Gray. Miss Sims is in play. Miss Wheeler is in play. Elena Beard is in play. She didn't play that well, but for me she's not. But I definitely love Kelsey Mitchell here, the young rookie, and that's basically it, you know. And Victoria Vivians. And then if you go here, I go to the cruncher, hey, everybody's right here. Wiki, Del Don, Gray, Dupree, Wilson, Sims, Tolliver, Curry, Ruffin Pratt, Echawa, Mitchell, Coffey, Beard, Williams, Atkins, Hines Allen, and Vivians. Those are the only ones I'm looking at. But I pretty much gave you the ones. I basically told you which were the ones I really, really like. I like Wiki. I love Del Don. I love Gray. I love Wilson. I like Ochunwowa. I love Mitchell. I like Coffey and Atkins. That's about 9 or 10 girls right there. You can build a lineup around those girls. I mean, again, my thing here is to share with you what I think is the best. What is my insight on the players that are available for the given slate. And like I said before, I'm going to say it again. I'm not going to go ahead and tell you guys, lock in Del Don. I'm going to lock her in. You could agree or disagree with me. It's no problem. This is what it's all about. But I like Del Don tonight for sure. And I already told you that she's going to be in my lineups. I definitely love Chelsea Gray tonight. She's going to be in my lineups. I definitely like Aja Wilson. She's going to be in my lineups. So I mean, you know, so there's 3 or 4 that are definitely going to be in play, and then of course I shared with you the other ones that I like that I think are decent plays for tonight. So it's all on you, the guys, to, you know, figure it out. You can do your own due diligence. You could look at, remember, it's very early on in the WNBA season. Very early. Definitely in about a week and a half to 2 weeks, after about 5 or 6 games per team, we'll have a better idea. We'll have a better line of more or less where some teams are going and how some of the rookies are doing and how well some of the girls that are suspended or hurt come back and play for their respective teams. That's basically it. So tonight, I love the 2-game slates. Like I said, this is going to be pretty good. Both games are going to be a little. I don't think none of these games are going to be competitive. We just hope that the Aces stay a little bit close enough to give Miss Wilson some time on the floor, and as well as give those Washington players like Krystal Thomas, Atkins, and possibly even Christie Tolliver some time on the court where they'll be able to produce some serious numbers for you guys, for all of us. All right, and it's no different for the Vegas, the Vegas game, the Indiana Sparks games, LA Sparks. We want that one's going to be a little closer, but I wouldn't be surprised if the Spark really pull away and win this one by more than 10 points. But I think they'll cover the 8, and hopefully Indiana keeps it close, because if they do, that gives Miss Mitchell some time on the court, more time than we want. We'll get more time on the court. Wheeler and Dupree, which are the 4 possible best bets over there. Some quick stacks. I mean, wow, let me go back over here again. I can tell you a couple of quick stacks. When you're thinking about LA, you definitely should pencil in Gray. I would say Gray with Sims is a good stack if you wanted to go with those 2 girls at guard. Lock in 2 out of the 3 spots. All right, that wouldn't be a bad play. Or you could go Gray with Kelsey Mitchell from Indiana, the rookie. I like that. That'll probably be my 1 or 2 out of my 3 guards right there. A stack for Indiana, well, not too many. Another stack you can go, with the Spark is Gray with my girl Agwumiki. That's a nice play right there. And Indiana would definitely be Dupree with maybe Miss Mitchell or Miss Wheeler. And I'm not talking about Tiffany Mitchell. I'm talking about Kelsey Mitchell, the rookie. So I could see the rook. You could do a triple play. You could do a triple play with Wheeler for Indiana, with Mitchell, and Dupree. And there goes your triple. And and remember, guys, no different than the NBA. You could stack. You can make a team. You can make a game stack. You can make a game stack. You can go and try to squeeze in Dupree with Agwumiki. Maybe throw in there Alexandra somehow, and then throw in Chelsea Gray if you could squeeze. It's going to be very tough, but you could probably get 5 or 6 players from this game and get the other remaining 2 players. You could get 4 or 5 from one game and get 2 or 3 from the other, and you can set it up like that and get 5 and 2, or you can go 6 and 1. It's very much possible, because remember, the Vegas game, Vegas game has them losing by 17 points or possibly greater. So you could say to yourself, hey, you know what? I could get that one lone Vegas guy, girl in this case, I apologize for that. And you could stick her in there in a full game slate stack with LA and Indiana, which is going to be a little more competitive game, at least as far as Vegas is concerned. And I agree as well. Okay, guys, so definitely you can consider that as well. You can say, hey, I'm going to stack it with 5 players from the LA and Indiana game. Let's see if I can get it done. I mean, you got to play around with it. Right now, I don't know if you can do it or not. But if you can do that, that'll be a decent strategy, knowing that Las Vegas is probably going to get blown out. And maybe the rookie like Wilson may get 25, 30 minutes on the floor. And she may just go bonkers. And she could be a nice value play, and at the same time be in a position that she's going to stay on the court because she's a rook. Okay? Or you can go and say, hey, you know what, I'm taking 1 solid player or 2 solid players from Washington and getting the other 5 from the more competitive game between the Spark and the Fever. Just suggestions. I can't tell you which players are, because I have to do the research myself. I have to tap in here and look at all the plays and look at these numbers and crunch them down and decide if I could go with 4 or 5 players from one particular game and get the 1 or 2 players from the other game. But again, you can do, like I said, a 5-2 stack. You could go 6-1 if it's possible, or you can go 4-3. And that's those are the only ways you could go. You could go only 4-3, 5-2, or 6-1. You cannot do 7 love. So, but that's regarding stacks, game stacks. So again, you can go that route too, just like we do with the NBA. All right, and that's basically it, guys. Man, drop a like on the video if you like it. Definitely, if you have not subscribed, please subscribe down below. And of course, don't forget to turn on those notifications. Any comments, any questions, please, you can comment down below. Like I said before, and I say with the NBA videos, I definitely want to keep the community open. I want to interact. If you find that this is anything helpful to you, and you know others that play DFS, please, I would appreciate you, sharing the video with your own circle of people that you know that play DFS or interested in sports. And basically, that's it, man. Good luck tonight with tonight's slate. I will be back tomorrow. Tomorrow's another 2-game slate for the WNBA. Also, be on the lookout for the NBA single slate for tonight between Golden State and Houston. That will be up shortly as well. And basically, I said good luck, guys. Have a good night, and I'll speak to you guys tomorrow. Your boy Manny is out.